Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty. I'm currently inside a Juras construction built home, so I have a personal interest in this property, and I've sold personal properties before as well. What do I do differently when I have to market a property I personally have an interest in? And based on 8 years and over 600 transactions, I do a lot of things differently. And I do things differently in that I don't do a bunch of things that I normally do for my clients when I'm marketing their properties. So for example, I don't do feature sheets on my personal properties. Complete waste of paper, bad for the environment. If someone really wants to know something about the house, they can pull out their smartphone, look it up. You can look up BC Assessments, Google Street Views, everything's online. I find feature sheets are just a lousy gimmick, and I do it for my clients because they kind of expect something, but I would never do it on marketing one of my personal properties. Another thing is I don't do open houses. Complete waste of time. You get a looky-loos, but sometimes I feel like my clients feel like I'm actually doing something if I'm doing open houses, and rarely there might be something from an open house, but the odds are so low I don't bother on my personal homes. What else? Photos. So when I list my own properties, sometimes I take the photos myself, or I get some low-end professional photos, versus when I'm marketing properties for my clients, I get really, really nice photos done. Kind of my theory there is someone still has to come through the property and actually like the property itself. So where I have an interest in a property personally, I just make the photos good enough for people to show up and to the house, and then they have to decide whether they like it or not. People get really fixated on spectacular photos, and I like spectacular photos, but if someone shows up and they actually don't like the home, the spectacular photos aren't going to help whatsoever. There's a few other things, but basically I have a checklist of things I do for my clients that I just don't do on personal sales because I think they're a complete waste of time. That's us for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.